Welcome back to Seduce Me with Jackie and Isabel. And yeah, we're in the car with our abusive father.
Yep.
And we're about to go see our new mansion that has 5 hot dudes in it. So yeah, looking forward to that. That should be a good time.
Yep. We were taking the usual route to Grandpa's house. It was located within the vicinity of the school district, but it was still pretty far from the school and from where our house was. Well, just because, like, something's in the school district doesn't mean that it's close to the school. I mean, like, I lived super far away from my high school, and it was still technically in the district.
Out in the middle of nowhere where no one can hear anything.
Yep. In fact, the other 2 high schools were closer to my house than the high school that I went to.
High school? Who even knows what's going on, ma'am?
He had always lived alone. What about Grandma?
Yeah, what about Grandma, guys?
He insisted on doing things by himself, even at his age, living in such a large home. Did he clean it himself, too?
No, I assume he had servants.
I wonder. Well, he just did stuff on his own.
You're right.
I wondered. Did he pass away with no one at his side as well? It sounded so lonely and sad.
No, your dad was there. He killed him. We've established that, Buttercup.
When did we establish that?
Remember we were talking, like, because he's mad. He's mad because his murder plan didn't work out.
Fair enough. It was strange that he decided on living all alone in his large estate. If anything, he could have lived with us. I don't think he wanted to.
Not sure why he would want to.
Though he and my father probably would have given each other the silent treatment the entire time. That's probably why he didn't live with you. Maybe living alone was preferable to that. Yeah, I'm sure it was. I actually hadn't visited him for quite a while. Visits to his house were most frequent when I was a child, and I had grown up long since then.
Oh, not a child anymore. You're 18.
The last time I visited, though, I thought he looked just as he usually was, happy and healthy.
He's old, though, you know?
Yeah.
Old people can die. Just like that.
Yep.
And they can also just, like, live to be 116, like that new oldest person in the world. Yep.
But things change. In the back of my mind, I knew that he would have to leave one day. It wasn't like humans could live forever.
Or can they?
They can't.
Or can they?
They can't.
Okay.
So why did my heart still feel so heavy?
'Cause your grandpa just died, Buttercup.
The car ride was mostly spent in silence until he spoke up again.
How was school? Maintaining your grades, I hope.
Suck my dick,
Fuck
Dad.
you, Dad.
Yeah, I've been trying my best as of so far.
Trying? That's not really doing the best you can, is it?
Suck
Fuck
my
you,
dick,
Dad.
Dad.
With my father, only some words I said were filtered through his ears. It was difficult to keep up a conversation without eventually talking about academics or my future, even if it was something loosely based on it. I know that feeling, Buttercup.
I'm pretty sure that's everyone. I mean, not everyone. No. Really? Because, are you sure? If you are Buttercup's age, or if you're graduating high school or graduating college, all of your conversations.
Isabel. When was the last time you had a conversation without your dad that wasn't about academics, your future, or money?
That's what I'm saying.
But can you recall a last conversation, or any type of conversation that you've had with your dad where none of those 3 things have been involved?
Yes.
Well, I cannot. So,
well.
He always found a way to integrate it whenever we talked.
Anyway, your belongings are in the trunk. There isn't a lot,
Thanks, Dad.
so I'm sure you can manage bringing them inside the house. After all, you are on the road to being...
Are you joking? You're not even gonna help us move in?
Asshole Dad.
Yes, I can manage on my own. I don't need your hands touching my possessions anyway. You'll just get asshole on them.
The usual silence resumed between us. I really wasn't sure what to say around him, especially when most of the time he didn't share the same opinions.
Yeah, like helping your child move in. It's a good idea, but not to him.
One question did linger in my mind, though. If he was going to justify acting so nonchalant at Grandpa's funeral, I had the right to at least know why. Try again! Try again!
Okay.
Say, Dad, about you and Grandpa.
We are not talking about this.
I don't think you...
I feel like we should be, because Grandpa did leave us yesterday, so...
I wouldn't care if he had left even long before that. I do not want to hear it, and that is the end of this conversation.
I don't want to talk to him ever again. Like, I really just don't. Can we not?
As always, he managed to shut down any other form of conversation related to him. It was just like what happened last night. I opened my mouth slightly, but I closed it again. It was like talking to a brick wall. It wasn't like I could find anything by somehow arguing my way through it.
I mean, you could, but your dad's just a dick. I hate him so much. I hate him so much.
All right, then.
I leaned against the car door and stared out the window. I really couldn't think. What would this place be like?
You've been there.
But, well, not without a grandpa there.
That's true.
I had been to my grandfather's house before, but it was one thing visiting, and it was another thing actually living there.
Reading our minds.
How could I manage living on my own without any training to really care for a house? I knew that naturally the bills would be paid by my parents, who inherited grandfather's stocks to the corporation, but I had never lived independently before. It's not that scary, Buttercup.
Yeah.
Thinking about it made me feel like some kind of bird being pushed out of the nest. Though I was technically an adult, I felt unprepared and a bit daunted at the prospect of actually moving into a new place.
Yeah, everyone feels that way, Buttercup, but usually to alleviate that, your parents help you out. Help you move in, maybe go grocery shopping with you for the first time. Instead of
cook
just
your first meal.
literally putting all of your possessions in the trunk and dropping you off in front of your new house. Like your dad, because he's a terrible parent.
Most people my age would be ecstatic moving out. After all, it would symbolize some kind of change in their lives, like being on the road to independence. I don't know, I didn't move out till I was 19, so...
Independence is overrated.
But I felt like it was nothing of the sort. I really hoped I wouldn't let my parents down. I wouldn't want to let grandfather down. What would he be saying right now? I gazed up at the passing clouds in the sky. If you're out there, grandfather, how would you be doing? How would you be doing? Would there be anything you want to tell me at this moment?
Buttercup, your father is a grade A dick. Buttercup, remember? Remember.
And of course, no answer. What was I doing? Searching for an answer in a heaven that would or would not exist?
Is that like Schrodinger's heaven? Until you die, it does and does not exist simultaneously.
Well, that's pretty much what heaven is, isn't it?
Or
anything after death?
I mean, if you want to get... I mean... if you want to get philosophical about it.
I ducked my head to stare at the blur of trees and cars from the car window. My head was definitely going into the clouds there at the moment.
It's okay. It's okay to do that sometimes.
Either way, I found myself being driven off to my new home.
Yeah. Ooh, classy place. Aw, I love the balconies, but there are no doors to them.
Aww.
That makes... Well, I guess you can just climb out the window. There probably are screens, though.
I guess. How come the estate doesn't have, like, any trees?
Well, this is just the front yard.
I know, but, like, typically you have, like, maybe, like, a tree or two.
Well, we're only seeing the house. I don't know, just...
The car rolled to a stop, and I drifted out of my thoughts.
Here we are. Go on in.
Not even like a, oh, I'll miss you, sweetie, or like a hug, or, you know,
Or good luck.
don't chop your fingers off while you cook dinner, or like, remember to pay the electric bill or something. No, wait. I don't know. Whatever.
Parents are paying bills.
Whatever.
All right, tell Mom I love her.
I don't love you, Dad.
I don't love you, Dad.
All right.
Nope, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
No. Make sure to come by and visit us often. No. I'm going to miss you lots? Nothing. Other than a blank stare. I paused a bit before reaching for the car door handle, waiting for any form of a goodbye, but he didn't speak again.
Yep.
I sighed and exited the car. Hearing my dad pop open the trunk, I saw the 2 large bags I packed last night that were large enough to carry only the things I needed. I took them out, placed one bag on each shoulder, and closed the trunk. He then drove off, leaving me alone in front of the mansion. Not even any keys. I watched the blue car fade into the distance of the road before turning to see my new home.
Honestly, if I was Buttercup, I would probably not talk to my dad for a long time.
Probably.
I mean, forgiveness is good and all, but he is not even asking for it.
There it is. It's huge. My grandfather gave me this? It's hard to believe.
The house was framed by a set of tall gates, and I hesitantly pushed them aside to take in the entire estate.
Nice brickwork.
Yeah. The house still looked like it was when I last visited him. At a glance, it seemed kind of intimidating with its size, although if I came closer, it was clear that there was more to it than that. The brick walls were framed by shrubbery. No. Lovely flowers. No. Giving it a homely and welcoming look. No. But in contrast, the tall doors into the house gave me a feeling of
Grandeur.
Who knew what was waiting for me? But I wouldn't back down at this moment.
I know what's waiting for you.
I took out the key to the front doors and unlocked them.
5. Count 'em 5. Hot guys.
No.
Okay, sorry.
No.
Well, might as well make myself at home. I'll be staying here for quite a while anyway.
Clink, clink, clink.
That's when I saw them! A group of men were lying on the floor. They were all unconscious, but there was no explanation as to why they were there in the first place. Your grandfather's sex slaves, Jackie. I dropped my bags as I let the door close on its own behind me.
Huh? Who the heck are these guys? Why are they here? What's going on?
Some of them had open wounds. The blood was staining the floor and the scent was intermingling with the air.
Gross.
Lovely. I couldn't help but feel bad for them instinctively, but nevertheless I was shocked and a bit angry at the sudden intrusion. My mind suddenly went from caring and concerned to confused and demanding answers.
So, I don't want to tell you what to do, Buttercup. That's a lie. I do want to tell you what to do. You should probably call the cops. To be honest. If you come into your home and there are intruders, you should call the cops.
I think her parents did not teach her that, though. Wow. That's why your parents go in with you.
Who are you guys?
No response.
Yeah, they're unconscious.
Well, they're unconscious, Buttercup.
I'll call the police.
Get out my motherfucking house!
Get out me car!
Still bring up old memes. Still nothing.
Wow, such meme. Very old.
None of them seemed to be awake to answer or respond to me. It seemed surreal to have random strangers in the house I just moved into, but I wanted answers quickly. That was until...
Stop! No!
Eep! Get away from me!
Woman, you're going to let me kiss you.
What the fuck?
Whoa!
Dude. Whoa.
Hold on, I think my headphones are messed up. I just heard, like, demonic, like...
That's all you heard?
Yes.
I couldn't believe it myself, but within a mere blink of an eye, one of the men went from lying on the floor to being right in front of my face. What was even more odd was the fact that I felt serene and calm about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's an incubus.
Fair enough. Slowly, a desire burned from my chest, telling me to accept his kiss, even when my mind vehemently refused. Okay, with this, I guess we're going to end the episode, and so you're going to have to wait till next time.
Cliffhanger.
So, this has been another episode of Seduce Me, and we'll catch you next time.